Good morning.
It's so nice to see you.
Very, very nice to see you too. Thank you. Very nice to see you too. I'm happy you're back, stronger than ever, after your surgery. Um, I know I've seen you outside. I've seen you on the streets, on the streets where adults go. So I've seen you, and it's been good. It's been good to see you alive and well.
So when are you performing for? What are you doing for Arts and Ideas? Because
I'm really excited for that. I'm just trying to put up my volume here because I'm using a 1935 computer. I'm gonna have a big band for starters, and my guys.
A big band.
I have a big band for Arts and Ideas. I'm gonna be on a big stage and doing big things for big people.
What day? Because when you said that, I was like, I ran to the schedule and I was like, okay, I gotta search through all of this to find she's gonna perform so I don't miss her.
Right. Oh, Babz, I'm so sorry to tell but because it's you, I can never say you cannot get into places because people that know people in high places. So they are sold out in the pods, right? They're doing the pods. So the pods, I think they already sold out a month ago or so. And so now I think they're just preparing to get things, to go. And most of those shows are pretty much sold out because I think people are ready to be out.
I'm not worried about that. I will get in to see you. I ain't worried about these other people. I'm only worried about myself and who I need to call to get in.
Hey, Thabisa.
Hi, Hi.
Your sound is in and out. I'm not sure if it's because you're standing up.
No, I'll tell you what. Because I think it's because I'm charging. Is it better now that I'm not charging?
I'm not sure, but yeah, say something right now.
Well, this sound better not mess with my vibe. That's the first time I heard this sound.
Yeah.
You got a lot of distortion. So
I do.
Yeah, you're muffled. So
I'm muffled. Oh, that sucks. Let me do this. Because I've got a couple of gadgets around me, so I'm gonna just switch to another little gadget here. It can hold us through. I don't have this on my show.
you could go on your phone too. Maybe that'll be easier.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go to the iPad.
Okay, yeah.
I'll go to the iPad. It'll probably carry us. I can't do this on Babz show. Bob, excuse me. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I get to see you. So just hurry up because we got like 20 minutes and I want to be able to. I have to have you come back on anyway because I just dig you. I just love.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I just love your talent. Love it. And so I'm looking forward to catching you around town and doing your thing.
And coming back again, I'm happy, man. I'm happy to make it here. And thank you for having me, Babz. Such short notice. There you go.
Oh no, that's fine.
You're on yet? Oh no, right?
I'm coming now.
Okay, I see you.
Okay. How's that? Better?
Yeah, she's connecting her audio right now. So.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, so we get ready to talk to Thabisa, who I enjoy.
Do you want me to still keep this on and just connect?
Yeah, use the audio on the other one and leave that camera on.
Okay, because I'm not techno savvy, so it's asking me to connect Wi-Fi cellular data. Dial in, and then other one is no audio. So should I go no audio? Oh, no. I should go audio.
No, yeah, you want to connect your audio. You want to connect the audio. Yep.
Well, I've got two options. Then it's between dial in, because I think it should be dial in, or Wi-Fi, or saying you know these things. This little thing here, and Harry, you're the one for this kind of thing. I'm just gonna press Wi-Fi. That's what I usually do.
Yeah, hey Wi-Fi.
That's what I usually do.
You got a lot of devices on. That's what it is. Getting reverb from all the devices she has on. So she needs to have on one.
Yeah, put the audio on the iPad, Thabisa.
And then That's a cool picture of her right there with her little sunglasses on. She's cute, 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 cute. And she's got one of the coolest bands, right? I've seen them play. I've caught them all over the place. So it's good. And people love her when she plays. She has so much energy. And she brings us that motherland vibe, right? That motherland vibe that is so unique to the continent.
Still can't hear you, Thabisa. It says connected, but
Well, she's muted, so she's got to unmute.
yeah, but on the other side, on the iPad.
Okay. Well,
Want to use your iPad audio? Click on the audio setting at the bottom left.
okay, we are on radio. We should be talking.
Yeah, we are.
Sorry, people. We're trying to work out technical stuff. So if you hear these long periods of quiet, it's because we are intently trying to work out this audio situation for Thabisa so that I can engage her in conversation. Okay.
And I've chosen to just shut the computer down so we can.
There you go. See, perfect. Look, perfect.
We're great. We're gonna be great.
All right, so sit down. Talk to me.
Yes. So Babz, I'm super excited. There's a lot happening. There's a lot that has been happening, and one of the most exciting things for me right now is arts and ideas. I'm planning so much around that, and sometimes I'm a little bit extra. I'm not just a diva from the river for nothing. I go over. I want to go extra. But I'm learning to reel myself back. I'm like, simplicity also, speaks volumes, girl. Relax. So I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can, but I'm trying to keep the set as simple as I possibly can, but also impactful. So I have a lot that I'm planning for you guys. I want to bring you back to the motherland. I want to keep it authentic. I want to keep it me, and because everybody's taking, right, Babz? I'm not going to try to do what everybody else is doing. So I think that's the other reason why people vibe with me, because they know that I'm bringing something different, and I want to continue to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing for Arts and Ideas. I'm going to be bringing Thabisa at her fullest. I'm going to be singing the new single. I haven't really performed that song live yet, so it's going to be great to perform that song live. And it is so hot. It is just it's beautiful. It's intense. It's great. It's all the things. So I'm excited. My boys have been working hard. Get the songs just the way I want them to be. So we are continuing to work towards that goal to give you guys the best show, post-COVID. We want to get you out of COVID with some good music, some good vibrations, and a little bit of Africa, je ne sais quoi.
Well, we can't wait, girl. We can't. So how you doing? How's the family? How's the husband? How are the children? Because how many kids do you have? 2?
I have 2. I have 2 kids. Hey, one is 13, teen.
Oh,
beautiful.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then I have the 6-year-old that I had to tell to, because he wants to be part of of everything that mom does. But he's giving me my time. So I have got 2 kids, and one is and they had to go through this whole COVID thing last year, right? My son didn't go
right. Like, how was that homeschooling? Like, how was that? Did you have to do that? Did you and your husband have to take turns, or did it fall on you? Or
no? Oh my God!
I know that had to be tough for parents to do.
That's so true. I was not looking forward to that, but I had to really get my head around and sort of embrace it and be like, okay, just accept this is what it is, and you're just gonna have to find yourself being 24 hours teacher mom. That's it, and body at the same time, because now you / friend, because they couldn't see their friends, they couldn't do all those things.
Yes,
no social life. So it was really it was challenging, but also so beautiful in a sense, because Babz, I'm a busybody, you know that.
And I watched the videos. I mean, you put out. I follow you, so I saw the stuff that you were putting on social media. Sometimes you'd be photo shoots and you're in the backyard and you do. Yes. So I saw you be creative and do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I try. I cannot sit around and not do much. I'm always creative. I'm a creative being. I'm constantly thinking of better ways to put out things, to put things out there, or even just at home. And I remember this. I'm going to touch a little bit on this. Even when in South Africa, you know, when I go back a little bit to my personal life and how I had my own struggles when I was young in my 20s, and I've dealt with homelessness as well. When I was in my 20s, I had to live creatively to survive the world, and that even stayed with me. I think it's part of what drives me to continue to live and want to lead a life that has a purpose, you know. And that's why I always have this passion, pushing these passion projects as well. But going back to the question about COVID with the kids, you know, we survived. They were good, and I learned a lot for being still, you know, since I'm not the person who enjoys being still. So I learned a lot and appreciated that, and I continue to appreciate that and still want to do more of that, keeping still and keeping to myself and just introspect and just enjoy life without having to be everywhere, you know? So,
Wow. All right. So you got new music coming out.
Yeah.
Got this new song, which is beautiful. We played it. You know, played it.
The one that I think you guys played it before because you had me before, right?
Yes.
And we talked about the song. Yeah.
So is there a whole EP album with this song? Or what else can we expect?
Yes.
Tell me about this album and why it's so special.
You know, it's so special, Babz, because like I was saying earlier on that, you know, I've gone through life, you know, like the rest of you out there, you know, I've gone through life, and it's time to reach in a place inside of me that's authentic and not just do music for simply entertaining or do what people want, and just let people know who I am, where my heart is, who is Thabisa, what does she feel, you know, and where are her pressure points, and let people and just be vulnerable with you all, and just so we can get to know each other on a little bit of a deeper level musically. And I want to allow myself to do whatever I want with my album, because I'm an independent artist. I can do as I please. No one is going to tell me what to do. So I want to explore what that means for me to actually do what I want. What is art to me? Because I don't usually. I stopped considering myself as a musician. You know, I look at myself as an artist, and sometimes I've even coined a word. I mean, sometimes I call myself a generalist, like a generalist, but a generalist. So, because I dabble on pretty much everything, wherever. It could be photography if I want to. If I wanted to show or express myself through photography, I'll do that. But I don't mean that I'm a photographer, but I'll bring you work that's through that lens. But if it means I need to paint something to express myself, I will do just that. Perhaps you won't call me the painter, but I will express myself that way because I can. I've just learned that I could do that. And if it's music or poetry, I will be there. And if it calls for a one-woman show, which is on my to-do list, a one-woman show to you know, still connect with the audience and my followers about who I am, I'm there for it. You know,
I love it. So, you know, Thabisa, I appreciate the artist side. Talk about the business side, because I mean, you had up a whole band. Like, you pulled together a band, and you have to be mindful. I mean, this is not all fun and games. This is what you do, and that's a business. Talk a little bit about that and how you manage that.
Yeah, 110%. And thank you for that question, because it's a question that people don't think that it's important, or they just overlook it. I'm a business. Thabisa is a walking business. So that means also I have to take care of myself, because this vessel is a vessel that needs to give you the product, right? I'm a product. And at the same time, I'm the manager of that project, right? I'm the foreman of this project and the manager of this project. And I am also the product itself, right? So I'm the creative director. I'm all these things. I work in many heads. And then I have these people that are around me who are my employees, because I hire session musicians, and I have some of my band members that have stuck with me for a long time that are under Thabisa. And those are people that I have to pay, right? So when people come to me, I'm like, approach me right, because this is not a hobby, you know.
Right. Yes, that's what
hobby.
I want you to talk about, because I know people are like, oh, we love Thabisa. Like, no, I can't work for free. Like, I can't just show up and just give you all this magic.
No,
and just give it to you. Like, there's a fee. Like, you got to pay for this.
You got to pay for this, and the fee ain't cheap, because we have to maintain these lifestyles. We're families. We have families. My band members have families of their own, children of their own. I have mine of my own. We have mortgages to pay. You know, some of us, we have others going to school. And also for me as a business as well, I need to invest in the business, but I can't invest with you paying me $100 because that's just literally doing the same thing we are, you know, protesting against when people are getting paid less than the minimum wage, where people have to literally get paid to feed their mouths, and that's the end. They have no space for their children's curriculum activities. There's no space to, you know, for professional development. There's no finances for all of the other things that make people feel like they're thriving. Like I don't want to just survive in life. I've already been surviving. Like I'm at a point now where I feel like I'm at a peak in my life where I gotta show out and be my fullest authentic self as I'm continuing to learn about myself, right? Because I do believe that I'm evolving. I'm not gonna be the same person 5 years ago because of all the things I have learned, and also even because of the people that I've kept in my company that I've learned from, right? And those things change and evolve. So I feel like people, they need to come right when they approach Thabisa music, you know, when they want Thabisa music to bring her magic. And I do bring something that's different in New Haven, and I see that, and I'm happy. It's my pleasure. I love to do that. This is a home to me. And everywhere I go, I always feel like it's a home wherever I've been. Even in South Africa, even if it was my own home grounds in Port Elizabeth, where I was born. I used to travel a lot in South Africa, around South Africa, and wherever I was, it would be my home, and I would always leave a mark and then go. So so I do manage a lot of people, and it's a hard job to do. It's really hard. I was really frustrated a couple of days ago because it was so hard to get people's schedules together to find a day so we can all rehearse and get this work ready for the gigs that are coming up. So those things can really, really be frustrating. And I wish I could have a manager right now, which I am looking for one, but I still have not found somebody who can vibe Thabisa's vibrations, you know? So, and that's also...
So Thabisa, you know, coming from Africa, and where are you from in Africa? I know you're not South Africa proper, but somewhere outside of.
No, I am, well, Africa, yes. Then I'm from South Africa in Port Elizabeth. It's right there on the coast in Port Elizabeth. So, but when we moved here, we all came from Johannesburg. And we came here. So we weren't even ready, to be honest. We weren't even ready to come here. There was no plan. There was no 5-year plan or 10-year plan. Okay. My husband happened to find work and we had to relocate just like that. And I was in the middle of starting a tour and had plans with my second album, and I did the tour, but I couldn't finish in its entirety. I had to cut it short. And so we had to do all of those things in God's speed. And also like in lightning speed, but we had to sell our things, Babz, you know, like it's my favorite thing, but I couldn't bring it to America. I remember bringing some pillows and some silly things, and my husband's like, you know, in America we have pillows, right? We have shoes, we have all these things, you can leave them. I'm like, you don't understand, because I wasn't ready, you know, so I had to let go of those things and sold our stuff very cheaply, and some gave them away, you know. So yeah.
So now, when you're here, now that you're here, do you feel like you have to educate and re-educate people on Johannesburg and South Africa and what that looks like and what this means, and you know, and explain culture? And I mean, do you find yourself doing some of that?
Not a lot. I'm finding myself having to learn the culture here, and so that I can, you know, they do say, right, if you whatever happened, no, that's not the right one. Do as the Romans do. That's the one, right? So I'm in a space where I'm doing what the Romans do so that I can understand the culture, so that I don't offend people, right? Because culture is a sensitive thing. You go to someone's home and you start doing your own thing, people are going to think, okay, you're weird. You need to get out of here, right? Because you just come into my house and you just doing all these things we don't know. So I'm easing my way into things where I'm learning about everybody else. And if anything, it's me who gets frustrated about how people sometimes don't understand how I speak or how I joke or how I do things, because culturally we come from different spaces. What I find funny in my country, people here don't find funny, and that can be super offensive to me. And, you know, I'm like, Jesus, okay, you didn't get that? Now you're offended, you're gonna protest now? Okay. But I'm learning a lot in a fast. I've only been here for 5 years, Babz. So it's so much.
Wow.
It's so much for one person, right? So I'm getting to that space now where I want to be able to share my culture in its truest form. I was talking to Dr. Zakes he's an author. You should look him up. Actually, maybe you should have him here for an interview someday. He's a lovely man, and I want him to help me with a play that I want to do about one of our stories in history that happened, true story in our history, I think in I think around 1950 something. Oh, it's not that far, a long time ago. And there's a woman called Rawls. She told everybody in my clan, Xhosa people, to massacre their cows and their livestock and their fields and everything. And for the sake of that, there is, excuse me for a second.
When you're a mom.
You know.
Girl, I know.
So I want to tell that story of Nongawuse, who told the entire Xhosa nation to kill their cows and kill their crops, and because there will be new ones that will come, there will be this new reincarnation, and the ancestors will come back and things like that. And my people did just that. It was not so easy because half of them were saying, no, this is just fallacy. This is incredibly insane. We're not going to do this. But half of them did do that. And then there was war amongst our people. And she was obviously blamed for this and got arrested for what she did. And this is a true story. It sounds like a story that's coming from, I don't know, someone's what. But I want to follow up that story. I'm doing a little bit of research on that story. And I want to talk to Dr. Da, who also writes fiction, but really based on our true history, and have him guide me through history, and he's a professor as well in the study of the Xhosa nation, the Xhosa people. So help him guide me through this so I can do a play on this. So this is how I'm planning to sort of get people understand where I come from, my people's history, because I'm also learning so much about American history, and I'm so much part of it in terms of me being a supporter and ally and standing alongside activists that are here that are trying to fight for what's right in this home. And I'm here because I'm adopting this as my home. I feel it's only right for me to stand up with the people that are feeling oppressed, because I don't feel different to them. And I feel like whatever they are going through, I certainly will go through, and my children will go through. So, but I do want to introduce people to my own world and where I come from and all our, juicy history, So yeah, through music, I want to be able to do that.
So how does Thabisa take care of Thabisa? What do you do to relax, to rejuvenate, to refresh, to commune, Yeah. And do you have a faith-based practice?
Right. These are all great questions. And these are all questions that I'm constantly asking myself each day. And at times just talking to my husband, trying, about how I need to do even better, a better job of taking care of myself and really enjoying Thabisa's space without having to feel like she has to do some work or to do something that is creative for people. And it's a struggle, I won't lie. It's a struggle, and I'm getting to it now. I'm starting to do a little bit of yoga more than I was doing, especially during the pandemic, in a time that you might think that I should be calm and doing that, but it's actually the opposite. I was very busy. But now I'm getting to feel and see the importance of that. It's really meeting me. It's meeting with me, where I do feel tired. I do feel in a level of exhaustion, and it makes me really naturally want to settle down and be in my space and just breathe. And so I've been listening to a lot of calm as well these days, breathe in and take care. So I've been doing a lot of that, trying to settle my heartbeat, and my thinking as well. So that's what I do now. I do yoga and stretches with my kids. It's really fun. But I do need to do more. Faith, yes. I am a Baptist Christian from the Seventh-day Adventist school, and yes, church. But also I did go to Seventh-day Adventist school as well. But that education and also the church foundation that I have really made me the person that I am today, and protected me in a sense from a lot of harm, because like I said, earlier in my 20s, I'd gone through some challenging life things. But then because of that faith-based foundation, I was able to abstain from a lot of things, but not all of them. But I was able to have, I don't want to say guilt conscious, but I did have a voice that would say, what are you doing, girl? Don't you want to live life? So back off from that. So that voice was always there. And that helped me because of the foundation I got from school, in a Christian school, and because of going to the Christian school that taught me about the world and taught me to love myself and to expect and demand more of myself. So that really pulled me through a lot of things. And still, I do send my little prayer before I perform, or when I'm trying to, have these big dreams, whether they're involving a community and not just about my own career, but when I get involved in youth programs or whether I'm protesting or things like that, I'm always like saying, God, you're the one who knows where the destination is, but I'm just here one step at a time, so yeah.
Oh, it is such a pleasure to talk to you. And it's about time for me to wrap this up because, there's other people that come on next. But I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you. You got to come back because I think you are so much fun and I so admire you. And I love your music. Love it. Love it. So
I do want to say one thing.
Yes, say.
I have this program coming up, youth open mic, open doors, and I would love young people to be part of it because it's for them. It's really designed around them, and it's more like what's the word for it? Like a pilot, really, for what I would like to do eventually. So I'm setting up ground rules and learning from it what I could do better and what I could keep. So what it is about? It's about I want to be able to I want to give access to young people who don't have access to mentors and therapists. So what I'm doing this program, I've invited therapists to come and speak about issues about trauma so that kids can understand what trauma is and just normalize talking about mental health issues within young people, because I know there's a lot of suicide going on with these kids right now. There's a lot of depression post pandemic, even during pandemic, a lot of kids have lost their lives. So I want to be able to make them understand what trauma really feels and means for them, and that it's something that they could talk about in a normal sense and understand. So, when people get hurt, but you can't really always see that they are hurt, and they need to just be kind to themselves and to others. So I have all these different artists, and I'm going to have Terrence as well as one of the guests to talk about his own life, because I want to talk about homelessness as well, because I know in New Haven a lot of youth are going through home insecurities. So and I have all these different partners like youth.
Do you have a day for this? Is there a day?
Yeah. So Friday, I'm doing a Zoom. It's going to be a Zoom. People can register by going to my website, thabisamusic.com, and then they'll get a link. But then it's on Friday on Zoom at 5:30, July 11th, and then another one is on Music Day 21st, around 3:30. But they'll get the information as they register.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful. Boy, you're doing a lot. Girl, how are you doing it?
I know, right?
How are you doing it? I understand. I get it. But woo,
Yeah.
you are a fireball, girl. Fireball. Well, I wish you every success. I do. I'm looking forward to seeing you perform somewhere at some point this summer.
Yep.
I know I will. And yes, thank you for coming on this short notice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I love you too. All the best. I hope you get well with your hip.
Yes, yes. Harry, play some Thabisa music so we can play out. And I'll see you good people tomorrow. Thank y'all for tuning in for LoveBabz, LoveTalk.
Living in strange times, I'll find months. Even when down, I'll stand. Do you love me? Don't belong. Sometimes I wish I wasn't born. Crying tears, bury the measure. Oh, I wish they could come true when I need them the most. Sanke nabazali bami bazibona nazinzingo.